Thanks everyone for joining today's session. It's going to be about open time email campaigns. And I thank Iker for making time in her busy schedule and presenting this session. Thank you very much, Iker, and I will let you take it over and share all about open.
Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to this day number 11 that will be related to open time email campaigns. One type of the campaigns that you can set up in Marketing Cloud Personalization. And before we jump into some theoretical part of this topic, I want to present myself for those who don't know me. I've already presented on this Marketing Cloud Personalization series before. So we did some kind of data integration and segmentation part. And now today we will be focused on open time ML campaigns. So I consider myself as a Marketing Cloud full stack consultant. Third year in a row, I am awarded as a marketing champion from Salesforce. So this is the official recognition. I'm also running Salesforce marketer group, but in Europe, in Czech Republic, and capital Prague. And I have a certification from Marketing Cloud Full Stack. So it's like Marketing Cloud, Personalization, Data Cloud, and Pardot. And also actively speaking on various community groups. And I'm a tutor, so if you need some help with some certification preparation, I can help you, or you have other questions related to Salesforce career or some of your maybe current challenges related to professional life. So you can, again, contact me and we can check it out. And I'm, of course, a trailblazer. If you'd like to connect with me, here are some links to my social media accounts, to Twitter, or how it's now called X. Probably we should change the logo, and my LinkedIn. So please don't hesitate and connect to stay in touch. So, and I will also present you the agenda for today. Open time ML campaigns are basically nothing very complex, but it's still worth covering some theoretical parts. So I will guide you through what is it, why it's open time, why it relates to ML campaign, what is the process of it, and what are the types of these campaigns, because there are two types of them. We will make, I will show you around in the demo, both in Marketing Cloud Personalization and Salesforce Marketing Cloud, and share with you a link. It will be basically one link leading to official documentation how to set up open time email campaign. So let's get started. What is an open time ML campaign? How it's considered in Marketing Cloud Personalization? Basically, it is a block of HTML code that can be copied and then placed directly into a great HTML ML template that then after creates a personalized experience in any email. Sorry, you'll just drink a little bit water. And how this will render in real time. It's actually using the most current up-to-date information about every user. This information comes from Marketing Cloud Personalization. So all user attributes plus user monitored and captured behavior, like some web visits or mobile application visits, will rely to it, and rely on it. Sorry, just something wrong with my voice. Yeah, all this information is then stored in your subscriber profiles and taken from subscriber lists, so that it will be used to help system decide what kind of content should be shown and in the email. So maybe on the process, it will be more easier to get what I want to say. So let's say we want to send some email to our customer. So we this is very important to understand that the responsibilities are placed separately for Marketing Cloud as an email send engine, which will actually send an email, and then responsibility that will be on Marketing Cloud personalization side, which will be responsible for personalized content block that your Marketing Cloud email will have. So the actual email will be built in Marketing Cloud, and it will be also sent out of Marketing Cloud. But the content inside of this email, personalized content block, will be then inside of that email, but delivered from Marketing Cloud personalization based on the integration. So this email will be sent via some kind of marketing automation platform or email send platform like Marketing Cloud. And when a customer opens this email in their email client, so here I just have a screenshot from Gmail, has an email open, then it will be the content of this email will be determined by Marketing Cloud personalization. So what products and content will be displayed in that email? Of course, not the whole email, but in that personalization blocks, and we will talk about this later. So Marketing Cloud personalization receives information that, yeah, now the email is open, and places in this email personalized content for the target customer. And as you might guess, every single customer will receive a little bit different type of the content based on the preferences, based on the previously stored behavior. And the magic of open-time ML campaign, and I could say that this type of email campaign is rather unique and can be delivered only through Marketing Cloud personalization, because I haven't heard about other tools capable of such possible interaction. That the magic is that once the client or the customer comes back to that email after some time, the content is rendered again, because if Marketing Cloud personalization followed another type of event or some kind of action from the client, let's say from the first moment that client opened an email and then, let's say, made some purchase and goes back to the email to check something, the block inside of that email might change each time the client opens it. And then it renders a one-to-one personalized relevant email experience. So the magic is that each time the client opens an email, content might change because the behavior of this person might change. And when speaking about types of these campaigns, as you might follow, open-time ML campaigns can render personalized experience in two ways. One is related to promotions and actions. So basically the banners that can be shown to our customers. And then it's called as open-time item templates. These are the individual content blocks of, depends again on the business of yours or your clients. Either it's a product from the catalog, or it can be a blog post or something else, but it relies then on catalog data. So the things, the final things, like and things that you want to promote to your clients. And this kind of personalized product or blog post recommendations then will be determined by a recipe. When it comes to promotions and actions, these are just shown through predetermined checklist of qualifications, and it uses same content zone for creatives that enables dynamic rendering. So you already know that, yeah, we can store content in Marketing Cloud Personalization, and this will be basically different banners, different images, and each of them can be then tagged within with some content zone where this content might be used, because some of the banners, they are of resolution prepared for web experience, some of them can be used in mobile apps, and some, for instance, in the emails. So this kind of content zones and promotions and actions targeting email content zones will be used then for email experience. Now let's look into each of the type a bit closer. So promotions and actions, these are again content images that we upload to Marketing Cloud Personalization, and then they are shown to users via email in specific content block prepared through a predetermined checklist of qualifications built in promotions and actions systems. Of course, you will see this while I will be demoing the system. You can additionally, of course, and it's like, I would say it's a must, you need to label each piece of this creative with a content zone. So where you'd like to use such content, because then you help the system to know what kind of content might be used for eligibility for future show via open time ML campaign. And by tagging or labeling content with a content zone, you group content together then for dynamic rendering. Whereas when we speak about open time item templates, this is a combination, this specific block is a combination of image of the product or a blog post, its name. You can also include a name or, sorry, a brand, the price for the product. It basically relates to, let's say, some product recommendation in e-commerce industry, and it makes up an individual content block of only one product or blog post, and this utilizes an established catalog already in the system. So even you can see on this screenshot, like this image, three, let's say, either blog posts or product recommendations, but the thing is that you create only one, but in the email experience, you decide how many products you'd like to recommend or how many blog posts you'd like to recommend. So it could be 2 or 3, because each time, each open time ML campaign could have multiple recommendations depending on your choice. So just on this image is 3. But when we create open time item templates, we create only one, and then we use it in specific campaigns. And the personalized selection of either product, blog post, as I mentioned, is determined by recipe. So it's rather important to rely on these native specifics of the tool, where it decides based on previously captured customer behavior in combination with the stored attributes. It will know what kind of products might be recommended for the and targeted customer. And again, we will have a look at this during the demo session. What is important to mention from the theory is that in any case, either you use a promotion or you use product recommendations, or you use both in your open time ML campaign. You then utilize one block of code. So it will be HTML that will be used to render experience for promotion, or render experience for product recommendations, and then include this HTML code into email that you built via Marketing Cloud. And now let's have a demo. I hope let me update the page so we are back to the system. I hope you can see the screen. I'm now sharing personalization platform. Josna, can you please?
See that.
Yeah, okay, good,
Yes,
good.
we can
Because
see
I
that.
was sharing the whole window, so all good. Great. So let's focus now on the demo. I will show you, first of all, this section with promotions and actions, because here you might see how actually content zones are defined. So for instance, we have multiple of them, and of course, each instance has many of the content that it uses. And we can notice what I want to show you and focus on is this content zones and tags, where we can see that some of the EML is used for homepage hero, some can be used for homepage subhero 2. And yeah, you can tag with multiple content zones where this piece of content or piece of creative can be reused. So even for email, you can see that there are different types of the content zone. One is email banner that can be used just normally as a banner in the email. It can be also as an email promotion where we have some image with the CTA. We have email promotion of specific resolution to tag that, yeah, it actually has 700 per 300 pixels resolution. And why it's important to have the content zones is that when you will build an email and you would like to use some sort of promotion, personalized promotion in the email, system will then rely on this structure. So it will take the promotion for the email from the content zones available from here. So that's why, for instance, personalization won't take this piece of creative for your emails because it's just not marked as a content zones relevant for the email. So that's why it's important to mark it correctly. So this is in terms of promotions and actions. And now when we speak about open time email campaigns, we have here a section of email under channels and campaigns on the top. And we immediately jump into open time email sections where they are open time campaigns and open time item templates, which you should already know that this is our, let's say, product or blog post recommendations that will be used in our future email experience. So let's first start with the open time item templates, because this will then form a basis for our open time ML campaigns, as when we build a campaign, we already use what we have created before in the system. So of course, if you haven't created open time item templates, then you can't use it in open time campaigns as a recommendation for your target customers. And I will first show how it looks like to create a new one. So we can, of course, decide of the name. You can select what kind of item type you want to recommend. It could be some feature, product, blog post, article. I would say the most generic type is, of course, product. It's not yet published because we haven't placed it there. And here we can decide on the dimension. And on this canvas, we can bring in HTML code that will represent our item template. The possibility is to have some sort of dynamic fields, for instance, some custom fields. We need to name it. We can add list price. So you can see that here we have a list price. We also have dynamic field of, let's say, if we need to place some inventory count. What I can say is that all this kind of information is not taken from just like, from somewhere else. It's all that you have stored in catalog. That's why what you have enabled in your catalog, what kind of attributes you uploaded, then can be available here. And the opposite is that if you don't have, let's say, uploaded inventory count, of course, it will not show correctly or show nothing because it simply doesn't exist in your catalog. So everything is related in personalization. And you have an options to, preview something, but yeah, for now, yeah, as there is no HTML code, there is nothing, but I will show you on the test item template that I have created before our session. So there is, as you can see, some HTML created here that actually you can reuse. So the thing is that you can only set up item template once, and once it's like, you know, working and is already prepared, you can then copy the code and reuse it multiple times and amend according to your future needs. So only once to set this thing up is enough to then reuse in the future. And here is normally just some div with image where we have item image URL. So where this picture will lead to, what is the URL of the item, name, as well as the actual product, so where it will lead on the web, because we work in e-commerce, so there will be some product and some price. And if I search for some products, so for instance, women's running shoes, you can see how it will look like in the email. So if we want to, I don't know, add some dynamic, I don't know if we have inventory count. Let's see. Oh no, it doesn't work. Maybe something else. I just want to show that, yeah, if we include, yeah, here you see that it adds some, let's say, item ID. So you can work with it as you wish. And as I mentioned before in my theoretical part, that only one product item template is enough, because then you will see on creation of OpenTime ML campaigns that then you can reuse and say that you can do multiple product recommendations in your email. I also will show you this test.ml product. So it was item and it was a product. It's rather longer code, and there is another format here, so another dimension, but on the preview, so I don't know if I can forward, let's say something else just to show you. So here, why it's different is that we also have a button here leading to the shopping page, so shop now button, CTA, that leads also to the web where customer can purchase. So we have item template just to include only products, and we have product templates to include also a CTA related to each product and leading, of course, to the website with where this product sits. And again, the code is here, so you can reuse it for other product creations if you need to, let's say, update the CTA, the colors, or the positioning. Everything is possible. So these are our OpenTime item templates, and we will jump on our OpenTime campaigns. So what I have covered, just a small recap, that we have promotions and actions that can be used based on the content zones defined in our email campaigns, promoting some of the content and piece of creatives in this section. And another is our OpenTime item templates where we recommend some products. Now let's focus on creation of OpenTime ML campaigns. And again, I will show first of all the user interface of the campaign creation. So you need to give it a name. You have here the canvas for previewing what kind of content can be included here. So for now, you can see there is only block number 1. You can, of course, rename it. And you can select what should be here placed, like what kind of item type should be promoted. And let's start first with promotions and actions. Here we have different promotion types. The static one, where let's say you want to include only single one piece of creative for every single customer. So static means it will be fixed. Dynamic is more interesting because dynamic will then dynamically render the content. Sorry for my voice today. Dynamic will be then taken the content zones, and that's why I focus your attention on different types of content zones. So you can then control either it will be email banner or promotion with this type of resolution. And of course, like it gives you all other content zones, but because we know that some of them are used, let's say, for mobile application or website, we will focus on the email one. So it also helps when you have a strict naming convention to divide the content between the channels. So let's say we want email promotion normally, and we can also hide block for experience. A hidden block actually will not appear in the message for the given experience, but we can reuse it, let's say, in other experience that we can create here, because we have now working in a master one, but we can add experiences for different types of ruling and customer segments. We can also have decisions. So again, we need to select which content zones we will go with in this promotion block, and fallback arms. What will be the item name or ID? We need to place it here. But let's say we will stay within dynamic because it's the mostly used one. So now what we have done, one block was specifically created for content zone email promotion for all content that we store in promotions and actions, and it will be dynamically rendered based on the choice of the tool, as it knows better our customers. Let's add another block number 2, and you see that it appears here below the promotion. Again, we need to start from scratch. So let's say we want to recommend some product here. And when we click a product, of course, it asks us to use some item template. So we can select one of already published templates. So one is related to product, one is related to item, but product seemed interesting for us because it has an image, a title of the product, the price, and also a CTA. And here is the place where we can control how many products we would like to recommend. So we can have 4, 3. Why it's below is that we have some kind of block size. That's why if it doesn't fit in the one line, of course, it goes below. So if we add, let's say, 5 products, it will look like this. Sorry, I can't go down. But I mean, like the one will be below. So let's go, let's say with the, say, 3 ones. You can apply some block CSS, styling code, item wrapper, CSS. So there is like possibility to adapt it according to your needs. And other important thing here to set up is what is the promotion type. So either we use recipe or a DMC, but for us, to achieve the goal of advanced personalization, we will use recipe, because then our system will be guided by Einstein recipes that you already know what it is, and you can select what exactly the recipe, which recipe should be selecting the product recommendation list of. And we have here OpenTimeML recommendations. We can add exclusion if you want. So for instance, in exclusion on the category, so to exclude some or exclude products, I don't know, yeah, let's leave it as in cart. We can add other exclusion if we want, and etc. etc. So we can go deeper and deeper into this, and recommend to the system or navigate system to decide which content should be then presented in this section. So again, short recap is that here is the block that we use for solo promotions. So this will be taken then from our promotions and actions list, but because we use only content zone email promotion, it will only select from those pieces of creatives that are related and marked with this content zone. The other block is related to product recommendations. It can be product, it can be something else, for instance, blog post, article, depending on your business case. And we can control the number of products recommended and what is the logic for showing the products, because then each customer will receive different product recommendations, because simply it has different behavior stored before and different attributes and preferences. So this is how it can look like. We can add experiences. So again, for each experience, the two blocks will remain, but we can hide them if we want to. For some experience, we want to include only one block. So it's possible we can hide block from this experience, and then that's how it's done. But I won't save this, but I would like to show you mine, what I have created before. So here is my already created and published, that's the important thing, open time ML campaign. So as you see, it's just it's called a campaign, but it's nothing to be really sent. So this is just addition to your final email that you will then create in a marketing cloud. So once you have published this, I will show you around. So one is just dynamic promotions based on email banner. And we have recommendations of the item templates, just 4, based on, again, recipe, the same one that we used on previous demo. And because it's published, we have an option to show HTML, and I will show you these two HTMLs. So why it's two? Because one is related to dynamic promotions, as we have called it here, and another one is recommendations, which is related to the second block. We can copy the code, copy number 1, copy number 2. In your marketing cloud emails, you will then create simply an HTML code. You will insert it into an email, and then into HTML content block, you will insert this piece of code. So you can also decide where promotion will go, where product recommendations, because definitely it will be placed in different, let's say, different experiences. And you can also combine all HTML blocks if you go, if you want to take them one by one. So all together. So one will be for promotion and below will be for product recommendations. But I would rather recommend you to copy one and second specifically. Here, what's important to mention is that, so, okay, we have prepared open time email campaigns here, and we'll use them in our marketing cloud emails, but how it will then recognize which customers to show which content. There is a bridge, as I call it, between marketing cloud and personalization, and this is the identification of the users. So the user ID and personalization is identifier of, let's say, a user and in the platform. And the marketing cloud has, as you remember, marketing cloud contact key, but for the email, the most important will be email address. So when you copy this HTML, then in marketing cloud, you need to change then this attribute to, let's say, dynamic email address, either with IMP script or with some personalization string, so that it renders your experience correctly in marketing cloud. And The same comes here for the product recommendation. So wherever you see user ID, you can, because it's just, you know, by default, it uses user ID. And then in Marketing Cloud, you need to update this thing so that it renders for specific Marketing Cloud identified customers. I will also show to you that in the settings, I think in the general setup, yes, in advanced options, we have an opportunity yet here. So if you'd like to, because it goes by default, but if you check this, you have an ability to update this user ID tag and immediately place, let's say, personalization string related to email address so that it renders correctly for customers that are in, or contacts that are in Marketing Cloud. So this is the ability to change it, to change the default settings. But overall, if you go here, you can copy the code and update it accordingly from the copied code here in Marketing Cloud. And in personalization, we have an option also to simulate. So we can have some kind of, yeah, it has this. So this is the personalization string. I don't know if we can change it. Yeah, I don't know what's. Yeah, just simulation of what can be, you know, suggested for the clients. But the most important is that once you copy this in your emails, then in emails that you built in Marketing Cloud, then better to work on this and render them directly in Marketing Cloud, because that is how it can be previewed there. So and to show you, I will probably stop share this screen and will share my other screen. Sorry, where is it? Yeah, I wanted to show to you another window where I actually, yeah, this one. Sorry, I will just share it again and share my screen number 2. So in the end, this is how I can, yeah, I actually, no, I will, sorry, I will share still that window because I forgot to show you. Oh God. Can you see, just now, can you please say that if you see my personalization
I
account?
see. Yes, I see that.
But this, yeah, at least I will paste somewhere here. So let's say when you build OpenTimeML campaign in personalization, you copy the HTML, you place this HTML in your Marketing Cloud email, let's say, then you can use this email for, let's say, some full promotional journey. So here it's just simply for the demo that we have different options how we can communicate with our customers. So either through mobile push notifications or SMS or the email. And let's say that we have an email that goes to our clients from a journey that has this personalization content blocks inside. And then what I actually wanted to show to you is this, the actual result of it. So here we go with the promotion that I got to my email inbox. So we have here some logo, which is like static from like when you create a template in the Marketing Cloud. But this kind of block plus this kind of block is populated via personalization and promotes me the products that I might like based on my past or previously stored behavior and attributes. So all the rest, let's say the header, footer, some kind of text here, unsubscription, or maybe some other text, whatever else, it's just very simplified version. You can then update directly in your Marketing Cloud email. But the thing is that this piece of code or this content block, HTML content block, and this one are populated with personalization content blocks that we have created in OpenTime ML campaigns. And to use them in production, let's say, or in your real emails, you need to publish every single content. So you need to publish your item templates or product item templates that we have created. You need to publish OpenTime ML campaigns. And if my behavior as a customer changes, and if I go back to this email, the promotion might change because my behavior changed. And of course, the most important is that the product recommendations might also change, because let's say if I viewed some kids clothes or some kids equipment, it might be that some other kids products or products for kids will be recommended for me in this section. So it changes each time I open an email. And I will now again share my screen with the journey. And basically that's it in terms of OpenTime ML campaigns. The thing is that I have a link where you can go and explore how OpenTime ML campaigns can be created from official documentation. And now, if possible, if there are some questions, please let me know. Or we can connect right after the session if you try it. If you try to set up or you have some kind of obstacles or challenges with it, I might guide you and help you. Let's check if we have
that was a great session, Ikat. I really appreciate you taking time and sharing your expertise with us. I don't see any questions as of now. And thanks everyone for joining today. Any questions, let us know in the chat. Or you can unmute yourself and ask the questions directly. And if you have any other questions not related to this topic, you can post it in the Slack channel or in the Ask Me Anything panel form. So we have this next week, Tuesday, 12 p.m. So we have Chris and Matthias joining us to clarify all the answers, all the questions.
Yeah, I think because maybe people were not aware of the change, but once you get some questions for OpenTime ML